Breaking news, everybody, in the Beyond the Maps Edge treasure hunt. Justin Posey just posted on Twitter, Leonard. He put it on Twitter that he knows somebody's been 200 feet within the checkpoint. All right, talk about it, K-Pro. I got to post this link a couple places.
Okay. Well, Mike can hopefully bring up the snapshot, but let me read exactly what he has said, which we will repeat. We're going to pick apart. We already have some ideas. That's an idea with an R.
Yeah.
Okay. Several searchers have solved at least the first two clues. Some people have even been within 200 feet of the checkpoint. Now, there's about 5 things we need to talk about within. There's layers here, Mike, because
more than that, I think, actually. Yeah.
I know.
I mean, he just set the whole community on fire with that tweet. Who's boots on the ground right now? Who's up there right now?
Well, who just got back? Cynthia, who is uploading a video as we speak of her spot and where they went. Her and Emma and Scott, did they tell him where they were? And now he's now putting, there's going to be conspiracy. If you've been boots on the ground recently and you've told Justin, of course you're going to think it's you and you're excited. This is, that's interesting. But we have a couple other things. Ooh, Tad was out today. Maybe Justin saw you. Exciting news
that
indeed.
Just at the Antler Saloon, Tad.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a couple things I want to talk about because we did ask. I wrote the question. We did ask about, are you at least halfway through the clues in your poem when you get to the checkpoint? And he said yes. So we know the checkpoint's clue 6 to 10. And we also know. Oh, go ahead, Mike.
No. So just I'll show it for anybody. It's like I didn't see it at first either. So this is Twitter, guys. Justin Posey on Twitter, real life Justin. You have to go below this post because this is.
Can you make it any smaller? I want you to make it smaller.
You have to go below the top post because that's pinned. It's right here. He just posted this 33 minutes ago, everybody. 33 minutes ago, and that's why it is breaking news. Several searchers have solved at least the first 2 clues. Some people have even been within 200 feet of the checkpoint. 45 people have hearted it in the last 30 minutes. Now, what's interesting is when I read that line, those can be 2 different people, 2 different groups of people.
Absolutely.
That does not mean that the person who solved the first 2 clues is within 200 feet of the checkpoint, right?
Right.
Looking at it.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Take this down, and I sent you a picture of it so we can actually see it bigger.
Oh, okay.
What I miss? Honolulu Blue. You missed it all. So Mike's going to show the picture. Justin tweeted that several searchers have solved the first 2 clues. And he said, did he say some searchers or?
Here we go. I'm bringing it up right now. We don't want to get it wrong.
But
we don't want to play the game. Breaking news in this thing. Okay, hang on.
And I have about 15 questions I want to ask you, Mike, about this and see what the room thinks.
There it is. All right, everybody. Breaking news. As always, I wanted to go live. I did beg K-Pro to go live. We always go live when there's breaking news in any of the treasure hunts.
This is breaking news.
And this is breaking news, as you can see, 1 minute ago, but it was about 33 minutes ago. Several searchers have solved at least the first 2 clues. Some people have even been within 200 feet of the checkpoint. All right, go, K-Pro. What were you going to say?
Okay, so the first thing, several searchers have solved at least the first 2 clues. Some people. Does that mean the people within 200 feet? I'm just asking.
Somebody just 9 Mile Hole. I just stopped at Fen Rock. That means I was within 500 feet. Yeah. That's funny. I hope he didn't mean it that way, but you could actually take it that way, couldn't you?
You could. So I'm just throwing that out because he knows sometime, and maybe it was him and his friends that were. Anyway, now, okay, I have more questions. So if you have anything more on that.
Well, I was just going to tell you what I think the biggest breaking news is regarding this tweet, and that is the checkpoint is a physical location, boots on the ground, everybody. Somebody has been within 200 feet of it. I know people were like, is it something you figure out from home? Is it in the poem? Maybe you figure it out from home, but it is a physical checkpoint out there in the wild. Don't know how far the treasure is from the checkpoint. We think relatively close based on things he said. but two people have been within 200 feet. 200 feet is less than a football field, everybody. Less than a football field. Although I guess in the middle of the wilderness, a football field is pretty big. And we don't know how big the checkpoint is. So, yeah, go ahead. But the biggest thing is confirmation. The checkpoint is a physical thing out in the wild while your boots on the ground. Okay, go. Okay, bro.
So we know that Forrest used 200 and 500 feet because the road was 500 and 200 was at the edge of the Madison, if you believe the 9 Mile Hole. But that was the reason that he used 200, 500. Do you think this means, can you infer anything? Do you think this 200 feet means there is a road 200 feet away, or there's something identifiable 200 feet away?
And how does he know, Pete? Right. What you just said is, how does he know people have been within 200 feet, right? Is that a different way of saying what you, right? Well, no. How does he know somebody's been within 200 feet?
No. Let me repeat my question. Do not look at your phone. I'm sure your phone's blowing up.
I think Cynthia just uploaded a video, but yeah, go ahead.
She did. And it's actually of her location, and they just left, and they told Justin where they were. So anyway.
All right.
Yeah. So here's my question. Forrest used 500 feet. Yes. Guys, stop disturbing Mike.
Forrest used 500 feet, yes.
Because it was 500 feet from the road of 9 Mile Hole. You're looking down again, baby.
Yeah. Go ahead. I hear you.
500 feet. Well, you didn't the last couple times. So,
all right.
The 500 feet from the road to the treasure, and it was 200 feet from the edge of the Madison. That is the reason that Forrest used 200 and 500 feet.
So there was a landmark, the Madison River.
There was a reason, a landmark, a
rock, you could say. Yes.
Do you think Justin used 200 just to toy with us, or do you think there is a road 200 feet, an edge of a whatever 200 feet away?
There has to be a landmark, and there has to be something that's 200 feet away. In my opinion, when he says people have been within 200 feet, he knows that. He's not guessing. So it could be the entrance to a park. It could be a landmark of some kind. When people have emailed him and said, hey, I was here, and he knows that whatever here is 200 feet from the checkpoint. Man, can you imagine being that close and you missed it? But I mean, the other thing is, whatever it is, whatever the landmark is, are you only going one way? Like, in other words, it's 200 feet when you enter a park, or is it 200 feet in a 360 degree that you could, the checkpoint could be anywhere within the 360 degree of whatever, however he knows somebody has been within 200 feet. Yeah, Rob, go ahead. Does 200 feet mean halfway through the poem? I don't understand the point of this. It's almost like he just wants to be Fenn now. Sorry, not sorry.
Oh, well, treasure hunt with us, and it's way up there because you were talking away, so I couldn't say put up his comment. So now let's go back to a couple of other things that he has said. Do you remember when we asked at the Dylan signing, are you more than halfway through the clues when you get to the checkpoint? And his answer was yes. So we knew clue 6, 7, 8, or 9 was the checkpoint, right?
Right.
So now he's saying people have been within 200 feet of the checkpoint. What clue do you think that is, Mike?
That's just it. Is that the foot of 3? Is that that's the thing. It's a hard one. And really the way he worded this, the two things do not have to be related. Think of it this way. Several searchers have solved at least the first 2 clues. That's that person over there. Some people have even been within 200 feet of the checkpoint. Those people have solved more than the first 2 clues. Those people have solved half the poem. So there's 2. He put it all together in one tweet, meaning it sounds like the same searchers that have solved the first 2 clues also were within 200 feet of the checkpoint.
But he didn't say searchers are within 200 feet of the checkpoint.
He said people, right. Well, here's the other thing, is if you solve the first 2 clues, maybe you are within 200 feet of the checkpoint. And when you solve the rest of the clues, you get to the checkpoint in the poem. So if there's 5 clues that lead you to the checkpoint and you only solve the first 2, that means you could be within 200 feet of the checkpoint and the other 3 lead you to the checkpoint.
If you put those 2 together, if you tie those 2 together.
If you put them together, yeah. Justin, we need a clarification, please. If if the several searchers are the same as some people or not. But it is exciting. I mean, his book has been out, 5 months, somewhere around there?
Well, now let's go back to what he said to you originally about the con. It was 2-3 months in, and you invited him to speak at the con, and he said, but what if it's over by then? Is it a person from way back then? Because he already had it in his mind that he had 200-foot searchers.
Right.
I bet you it was way back then. No offense to people that have gone lately, But did he already know all the way back then?
Yeah, right. I mean, or did he plan this to be over this summer? Like, he had said things like, he had said something like, yeah, right. When we said, hey, the conference, he said, what if it's over? And I think at the Dylan book signing, didn't he say something like somebody could find it tomorrow or somebody could find it next year? So,
but that he was saying it that early to you,
right,
is interesting. Mike, do you want to do something crazy?
Yeah, what's that?
You want to do open phone lines? Get other people's thoughts?
I
don't know if you can this quick. So let's read some ideas. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the searchers and the people are the same people? Have two clues? Do two clues get you with it? Maybe do a poll, Mike.
There you go.
Do two clues get you? If solving the first two, do you believe solving the first two clues get you within 200 feet of the checkpoint? He's not even talking the treasure. A lot of people are saying they're sick of talking checkpoint.
Right.
A lot of people, I think, are wrong. They're saying, stop talking about the checkpoint. You need to focus on the treasure. Well, Justin's not. He didn't say 200 feet of the treasure. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And what is the checkpoint? And okay, so let's take it back. So I'm the person that's within 200 feet. I told Justin, hey, I was here, wherever I'm at now, boots on the ground. How big is the checkpoint? If it's just a marking on a tree, which we know it isn't, but if it's that small, I mean, you could walk right by it. And how does he lead us to the checkpoint? Meaning, how do the clues after the first two lead us right to the checkpoint of where it is? These are all good questions. The checkpoint may not even be a specific clue, Adam Bowie says. Well, somebody said, I can't remember how the wording. Do you remember the wording? Not as the checkpoint in the poem, but he said it's a stage of the poem. He did say it's a stage of the poem. I think those were the exact words.
Yeah.
So the poem will lead you to the checkpoint.
At one of the clues, the checkpoint is there. The checkpoint may not be like, let's say it's a big rock. Well, it's a rock, but he's left something carved in it or something.
Rob Zeal, what I don't understand is why you'll announce if someone reaches the checkpoint, then turn around and make an announcement that people have been within 200 feet of the checkpoint. Well, one doesn't rule out the other. He can do both. He's just letting it, for whatever reason, he wanted to let somebody know they're within 200 feet.
The royal we, Cynthia asked, he said somebody had been within 2 miles, if not more, and he may answer more later, and he's answering more later. I think he's given us some stuff. We don't want to poo-poo that. I think he's going to do both.
I agree with you, Adam. I'm thinking what he posted are two different sets of people. Many people have solved 2+. Well, he said several searchers have solved at least the first two clues. And then period, hard stop. And some people have even been within 200 feet of the checkpoint. But some people, not searchers. I like Capro's point that those people may have just been people on vacation. They just happen to be within 200 feet.
Bring it up, Mike. They could be hikers that are hiking out.
He's a little sneaky if it is that. If it's not a person, if they're just people that are randomly on boots on the ground.
And Mad Mardigan says, Justin like trail cams. I think he has a trail cam wherever it is. So he'll know when somebody.
Oh, that could be a way he knows. True. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But you say within 200 feet, you think he has a trail cam 200 feet away, like wherever the entrance is?
No, I could be not necessarily. I don't know.
Yeah. I think he definitely wants to convey to the 200 footers that they are the 200 footers. He wants it found, but everybody thinks they're the 200 footers. I think he's referring to me, and I've never been to Montana, so you know what I'm saying. Everybody's going to think it's them. So, yeah.
Well, and Estes is making your point, Mike. The checkpoint is a physical clue, is a huge reveal. See, and I guess I've always assumed it was, so it wasn't
right. And I had always assumed it was as well.
But this kind of confirms it. Who cares what we think? This confirms it because the man confirmed it, the man himself.
Well, he said 100% you'll know you're trending in the right direction. You find this physical thing. It's got to be something recognizable from the book or the poem. And now you know, hey, this is it. This is the area. Even if it's a huge area, you know you're in the right state. You know you're in the right park or whatever type of land it's on, BLM. You know this is it. Now you got a grid search or now you got to figure out where the heck it is from the rest
after the shrimp chapter checkpoint or where your boots on the ground for the checkpoint that's what he was saying. So He wrote the post carefully. The checkpoint makes sense, and it is a checkpoint if you are on this hunt. Juga says, well, do you think if he really does, he knows this is going to go viral. He said searcher, and he said people, and he said several, and he said some. What the hell? We could spend an hour on that.
So
does he want someone to return that just got home? Emma, cough, cough. Cynthia, cough, cough.
Turn around and go back.
Yeah. Is that what he's saying? I text Cynthia and I said, are you already on your way gassing up? Yeah.
Brian Russell says, no, there was a request today for him to update people and see how people are progressing. Who made that request, Brian? I wonder, is that publicly, or did somebody email him, or what? And then he just did it about 45 minutes ago.
But well, he has not every day too, but go ahead.
He has not updated the website. So if you go to announcements, this is not on the website yet. I think he posts things on social media and they eventually find their way to the website. So I think it will be on the website. And as we always do, let's check the Bitcoin wallet, everybody, because guess what? Somebody's been within 200 feet of the checkpoint. Maybe this thing will be over quicker than we think. I really hope it goes to next summer. Will you be disappointed if it's found before, to this year?
No, because I got my month in Montana. I felt some really good stuff. I actually am going to share a solve. I don't even know. Now I need to talk to Mike. I have a solve that I just want to share. I want to get back to like content and see what you guys thought on Monday. I think it's okay because it's exciting if we're actually going to get the solution. I'm always excited to see what it could have been. If it goes on another year, I'm excited to get it next year. So I'm excited either way.
Felicia Scott. Could searchers mean armchair? Could people mean boots on the ground? I almost look at that the other way, but yeah, you can't be 200 feet of the checkpoint without being boots on the ground. So several searchers have solved the first two clues. Does that mean boots on the ground, or does that mean from home? And then some people have been within 200 feet of the checkpoint. Yeah, we got to rip this. We're going to rip it apart.
Okay, see what Doug's saying, because that's exactly what I was saying, Doug, and it goes against my logic. So I would love for your thought on this. Mike, bring up Doug's comment, please.
I got to find it. I'm back. I'm behind. Okay, Pro, you were insinuating that there are 3+ clues to travel no more than 200 feet. 200 feet, I say very unlikely. Well,
but do you see my logic of why?
Yes, unless the people that have been within 200 feet are not looking at the poem at all. Then that would kill that theory, right?
Right. If they would have to be the same people. If he's talking the searchers and then the people, if he's talking the same.
Yeah, for you to be right. Yes, for you to be correct. That's right.
But doesn't that seem illogical? I don't know. Or like Doug said, I'm agreeing with Doug here. Very unlikely. Do you think you're traveling less than, for the last 3 clues, you are traveling less than 200 feet?
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. 200 feet is less than a football field. I don't know. It could be. I mean, seems I don't see
unlikely to me. I agree with you, but I just think it's interesting since his wording was the way it was.
Many searchers in 3 areas: Montana area, PNW area. I don't know what PNW is. Do you?
No.
Southern desert areas. Does that mean Arizona? All posting and emailing could be. Yeah, that doesn't help. But I understand, Rob Zio, what you're saying.
I know people in at least 5 states, like Utah. I know lots of people searching there. Arizona, some people searching there. I know some Alaska people, tons in Wyoming, and Montana is definitely the most. I know some in Idaho. So I think it kind of, yeah. Oh, Pacific Northwest.
Guga. The checkpoint must be in Montana. Lots of people were there, but I believe it is the spot where you must cast your pole, set your meridian line, and azimuth navigate. 3rd stanza.
Yeah, I can see
Maybe.
That. Well, and I'm not going to say Montana because necessarily I do think a lot of people are searching there, but Justin has the whole population of the people, like 13,000 people have sent him that they found the checkpoint. We don't have 13,000 people talking about where their locations are. I do think there's a lot of people, like if we did a searcher survey right now, there's a lot searching in Montana, but I wouldn't say it's more than half. I think there's a ton searching in other states as well. More than half are searching outside of Montana.
And he gets emails from all of them, I'm sure.
Right.
I mean, you don't get 100 emails an hour of people just saying hi. They're telling, PNW is Pacific Northwest. Thank you, Rob. Right. Which means it could be in Nevada. So you're saying there's a chance. All right. Okay. Justin just replied to someone who said he didn't like how this is being fast-tracked with hints. Justin said it'll be found when it's found. Don't sweat it. You got this. Which I think is another way to say shut up.
And here, okay, so let's be clear though. At the end of the day, how does this help? How is this hints that are fast tracking things? How is that a hint that even if he ruled out a state, if he rules out Alaska, I never searched in Alaska, I never looked in Alaska. That's not fast tracking anything.
He's just letting people know that some people have been within 200 feet. It doesn't really help, right? I get it. Let me see here. Let's look at the comments.
I'm with Team Tampa. I just think he's trying to hype some people up. He just wants to mess with Cynthia and Emma and Scott.
Right.
He's been lonely since you guys have been gone. He wants to get you guys back up there.
The very first comment he replied to, and this is it from Rob Zeal. Rob Zeal posted it. Nice. Rob Zeal on Twitter below the account 37 minutes ago said, I respect you a lot, man. I really do. But this is the stuff I was afraid of. It takes from the fun. I thought this would be something we figure out and get the time to do so. Now it almost seems like a repeat of the Fen Hunt, just with a faster pace. Wish you well, bro. Much love. I'm not sure what repeat of the Fen Hunt means, but anyway, Justin replied and says, it'll be found when it's found. Don't sweat it. You got this. So, all right. Well, thanks, Justin, for keeping us informed.
But let me ask the question again.
Yeah.
Mike, how does this fast track it?
It doesn't. No, yeah. Max on the Rock says it's not much of a clue. Everyone thinks he's talking about them, so we're all just going to go back and search more. Right. It doesn't really help anybody because nobody knows who they're talking about. But it is helpful, in my opinion, to know that several searchers have solved the first two clues. So somebody out there is right. And that some people, not necessarily searchers, but some people have been within 200 feet of the checkpoint. Now, could that mean that the checkpoint is somewhere in a popular area where people are within 200 feet all the time?
That's my biggest thing is, do we believe that, like we always said, 200, 500, why did Forrest use those? And we now know why. One is from the road, one is from the edge of the river. Did he use 200 just as we would know it as a throwback to Forrest? Or does that mean there's something? That's where you get out of your car, or that's where you whatever.
Red never. This pushes people to act faster, increases the odds of it being found quicker.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting point.
I mean, if a lot of people are going to go boots on the ground over the next 30 days because of that tweet where maybe they weren't so quick to do so, it's possible, especially if it's the searchers that have solved the first two clues. Now, what first two clues did Cynthia solve when she went boots on the ground? Is she saying it in her video? Is she like putting it all out there?
I'm leaving that up to Emma and Scott and Cynthia to say. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not saying.
Emma just said, wait, he isn't talking about me? Yeah. Or is he? You were just out there, right?
Okay. So I want you to put up a poll.
Okay. We're going to put up a poll, everybody. Thumbs up for a poll, guys.
Cynthia, you're going to laugh. Okay. You ready? I already told her before I was going to do this.
Poll. Okay. What's the question?
How long until Cynthia is boots on the ground again?
What's the options? Cynthia's in her truck right now on the way out.
I know. She's up with.
How long until Cynthia is boots on the ground? That's the question?
Yes. 1 to 3 days. Like from today. So starting tomorrow.
Right.
1 to 3 days. Lily said 20 hours. 4 to 7 days. 2 weeks, 1 month. She already left.
She already left. That's right. She's on her way. All right. There you go, everybody. There's a fun poll. You can have some fun with Cynthia. How long until Cynthia's boots on the ground? Of course, related to this breaking news. 1 to 3 days, 4 to 7 days, 2 weeks, or 1 month. Let's go to the Bitcoin wallet because we know this is going to be found in the next week. Here we go on the Maps Edge website. Treasure.quest. The Bitcoin wallet is at $27,274, everybody. $27,274. And that's because Bitcoin has been fluctuating. The last time somebody made a deposit into the Bitcoin wallet was June 16th. So I'd say about 3 months from that date would be quarterly. So maybe in the middle of September, we'll get another deposit into the Bitcoin wallet. It's a guess, but okay, well, it is breaking news. I mean, it definitely is going to make people refocus on their clues and on the hunt because somebody has solved what lives in time. That's what I want to know. And is that clue number one? When he says okay, let's talk about that, K-Pro. Several searchers have solved at least the first two clues. He said the first actionable clue is the water silent flight line, right? Actually, let me bring up the poem before I guess.
I was going to say that's what I'm doing. I want to.
Yeah. Let's go to the poem, everybody.
Yeah. I think we should try to. What are the
clues?
The 10 clues are different to me now than they were. I actually have it written in my. I wrote in this book.
As hope surges clear and bright, he said was the first actionable clue. Isn't that how he stated it?
Yes.
Because they said the question was Forrest Fenn's poem. The first clue was begin at where warm waters halt. What is the first clue in your poem? And isn't it a coinky dink that it is the first line of the second stanza, just like Forrest Fenn's poem? Yep. So it's definitely an homage to the Forrest Fenn poem, obviously. So as hope surges clear and bright, if that is clue 1, I guess walk near water, silent flight would probably be clue 2. And he's saying several searchers have solved those 2.
Well, but
yeah.
Could it also be as hope surges clear and bright, walk near water, silent flight? Is that clue 1? And clue 2 is round the bend, past the hole, wait for you to cast your pole.
That's true.
But that would mean if everyone is like that, if every rhyming pair, because he talks about, the rhyming pairs, there would only be 7 clues if we only took the rhyming pairs. We only have 7 rhyming pairs. So some of them have to be broken apart.
Well, Robert Rose, congratulations on your new house. That's probably more important.
Nice.
Yeah. Emma says, if I could get a pit stop in Montana, I would do it. Does that mean go boots on the ground, Emma?
I think Emma's going to do it. She's in California, so she'll just and then you have to. It's a pit stop, and you had to because flights were diverted.
So here's a question: if we're taking a really big step back to a large aerial view, what constitutes a clue? Honolulu Blue asks. To me, that is a boots on the ground location. In my opinion, the clues lead you to a location, and it's a point-to-point map from there. Rock to the tree, to the river, to the Angzar, to the whatever, to the big rainbow trout that's hanging from a tree made out of titanium. I don't know.
Okay, so are you looking at the poem? I can tell you what I think.
All right, let me share the poem. Let's play along, everybody. All right, here we go.
Play along. So
pretty clever poem, Justin. All right, go ahead.
Okay, the second stanza, the first 2 lines is a clue.
Mm-hmm. So as hope surges clear and bright, walk near water, silent flight. Clue 1 in Cape Rose.
Clue 1.
Okay.
Clue 2 is round the bend, past the hole. I wait for you to cast your pole. That's clue 2.
And that would be a clue per sentence. So I like it. It's logical.
So far. Now the next one, Ursa East is Roma waits. You've got to figure that out. That's its own clue. That's
who is his 2. And what does Ursa East mean, right?
Right. And then his bride stands guard at ancient gates. That's clue 4.
Okay. Because there's 10 total, right?
Yes. Then clue 5 is her foot of 3 at 20 degree. You've got to figure that out. That's a standalone clue. And then return her face to find the place. Standalone clue number 6. And then you go back to, that's right in the middle of the poem. So that's why you've taken and he's kind of there's no rhyming in that one. So then you take the last 2 stanzas and you go back to bold hold. That's 1 clue.
Race space.
Yeah, that's 1 clue.
Finds, finds, flow, no.
Yep.
Like a river, steady flow.
That's the 10.
Man, I want to go boots on the ground. I just don't know where to go, people. So, yeah, I would guide fly out tomorrow if I thought I knew where it was, but I don't know.
Well, you better get your ass in gear. This is going to be over in the next week.
The titanium rainbow trout is back. All right, this is what we're going to do. Due to this breaking news, everybody, tomorrow, noon. Yeah, noon. Tomorrow at noon, we're going to do a Zoom. We're going to do one of our open Zooms like we did months ago. And that Zoom is going to be what are the 10 clues in Beyond the Map's Edge. And we're also going to go live on YouTube, and we're going to broadcast it so everybody can watch it after the fact. So we'll do that tomorrow at noon. I will post the Zoom link in the Discords. I'll email it out to the list. So join in, and let's discuss what the 10
clues are. And here's the thing.
But I am going to put it on YouTube. So I may not go live. Maybe I'll just record it. But go ahead.
Our Zoom only takes the first 100, correct?
I think there is a cap, so I don't think we'll hit it personally, but we could. We hit it with TTI, I know.
Well, so here's what we'll do. We'll take the first 100 in Zoom. So if you want to talk, you get into Zoom. If you just want to observe, we'd ask everybody in either of the Discords, the Treasure Hunt with Us or us, if you guys want to video it and watch it as we go. So then if you wanted to I'm fine with that. Are you fine with that, Mike? Because everybody knows this is going to be public.
Say it again.
So first 100 goes into Zoom, and they're the talkers. They're the people that want to contribute.
Right.
It can be streamed in either of the Discord voice channels, and that's kind of almost the cheap seats, the people that don't want to talk but want to observe, and it might get full. Do you guys like that?
Yeah, that's fine. Somebody can stream it. I'm not going to, but somebody else can take care of that.
Right.
Max
but people asked before, so yeah.
Max on the Rock says, I'll donate something from Justin's treasure for a giveaway at TreasureCon. And you know what? If this thing is found this weekend, it's even more of a reason for Justin and the winner to come to the con and talk about it. I mean, I would hope the winner would come to the conference and talk to everybody, whoever that is eventually. Now, actually, I'm going to change the time, everybody. Let's do 10 a.m. because that's 1 p.m. Pacific. So 10 a.m. Pacific, I'll start up the Zoom, 10 a.m., maybe more like 10:15. Let me get up and get some coffee. And that's 1 p.m. Pacific. Look in the Discords in the Beyond the Maps Edge room, and put it in both Discords, and everybody can join. So, poll. How soon is K-Pro going to Dillon?
If I can crack something, I still have 8 days. I could get there and back.
Damn. Yeah, before school starts, right? Yep. Maybe that's why Justin posted this, because school is going to start, and he knows people are going to be tied down with kids, So he's like,
damn kids, damn family.
All right, let's go to the poll, everybody. How many people you think voted, K-Pro? We have 200 in the chat. How many in the room? How many do you think voted?
50.
89. Remember to thumbs up the video, everybody. Thumbs up for going live, because a lot of people
and Luby is going to share his super secret info once we hit 10,000. So please consider subscribing, because I want to know what it is. I almost want to make up 20 fake accounts. I just don't know how to do that. Oh,
I never been so excited. My kids are grown.
Oh.
All right. How long until Cynthia's boots on the ground? I just closed the poll. 1 to 3 days is the winner with 60%. 4 to 7 days, 28%. 2 weeks and 1 month are tied at 5%.
That's like one vote.
Yeah. I think the first clue is wisdom, weights, and shadowed sight for those who read these words just right. I mean, maybe that gives you like a general location. Could be. And he said the actionable clue is then the second stanza. Maybe that narrows it down somehow. So... all right. Well, first Footgate and now this. I don't know what that means. Oh, Footgate with Netflix. Yeah, Chris Hurst. That's right. But we now know that is not the checkpoint. But we don't have to worry about that. Meaning that long is what I mean. See you all there in the Zoom, going back to Discord and staying up for 2 more hours. Yeah, everybody's probably going to talk about this in the Discord. But yeah, let's do the Zoom tomorrow, 10 a.m. And just join, listen in, or share your thoughts. What does this tweet mean? We can talk about the tweet, of course, and what do you think it means? But also let's break down the poem and try and figure out what the 10 clues are in the poem. Game over, Sturmworm says. Somebody still has to get it. That's a good question. If a searcher is within 200 feet of the checkpoint, how likely is it that they will find it in the next week or two? How likely is it they will find it the next time they go boots on the ground? I guess I should say.
So Diggin' Gypsy gave me a picture of her and her sisters going up the creek, which would have been 150 feet away from the treasure in 3 years in. It didn't get found for another 7 years. Now, Forrest had a clue that was broken and didn't understand that didn't withstand the test of time. It sounds like Justin's thought about that. But here's the thing. Obviously, you can be in 200 feet of the checkpoint and not see it, because obviously somebody would see it otherwise. So
200 feet is still long. Like you put the thumbnail you used is how long is 200 feet in the forest.
Right.
I mean, if it's a dense forest, you're not going to see anything 200 feet away. If it's a dense forest, that is. How does he lead us to the checkpoint? It's got to be like a pirate map, point to point to point. But how is he doing that?
I don't think it's a point to point, because he said, we asked from clue 1 to clue 10, how many miles is it? And he said, if you knew what I knew, you're asking the wrong question. It's impossible for me to answer that. So I think either it's elevation, or I think it's an Axar on a map. So you have 2 different symbols. It's not point to point. I think that's the twist.
The checkpoint is on a map? Is that what you just said?
I think so. We have a map. You know what the Axar looks like.
Yes.
So each of this is clue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just say.
Mm-hmm.
That's not point to point on a map. This is the back of a map. So this is 9 Mile Hole. This is Polaris.
That's an interesting idea, but you have to actually walk those, you think, or can you find them on a map?
No.
But then where's the checkpoint in that mess you just wrote?
Clue 8.
Well, okay. All right. Maybe.
Well, let me ask you a question. Did you have to walk? Wait, did you have to walk Madison Junction down the canyon to 9 Mile Hole?
No, but you did have to drive it. Well, no, I guess you didn't have to drive it. You could have just went right to 9 Mile Hole.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like that.
All right. I sent Justin a picture of my backyard and boom, this post. I'm close. Nice, Jim. All right. An Angzar, however you spell it, has 2 X's. Okay.
Wait, what does that mean?
I think she's saying when you draw it out, there's 2 X's involved.
Oh, okay. And I have seen some people have said the X. Yeah. He's putting this strange Angzar so many places. He put it on Lisa's $100. He's put it in the book. He's put it everywhere that I think the Angzar is more important than we realize.
So let me ask you this. Embrace the Fleeting Moment said, if you know where the treasure is at, you're no longer searching, you're retrieving. Somebody knows something. But what if he's just using fence speak? Obviously, if you know where the treasure's at, you're retrieving, not searching.
Nobody says you're not in a hurry. He says you're not in a hurry. You have time to plan. So I believe what he is saying, this is my interpretation, and I'm probably wrong. And Justin, please correct me publicly. I'm fine with that. Mm-hmm. I believe you get to the checkpoint and you get something that only you get and you take it with you. You're not racing anymore. You're the only one that has it. So you can have time to plan.
I don't. Yeah. Okay. Just in my opinion, I don't. That's all.
I almost got the whole thing out before you said, no, Mike's wrong. Throw it out. That's fine. I got to
interrupt you 4 more times and we're even. All right. She loves it when I point that out, everybody. But okay, let's talk about what you just said. The first person to find the checkpoint, it's but that doesn't make sense. And nobody else can find it. Like, I don't like that idea.
Okay. So why do you have to? Okay. Once you have finished solving and you're then retrieving, why do you have time to plan? Can't someone come and pick it up? Jack versus Diggin' Gypsy. Why do you have time to plan, Mike? If he's saying, right. Well, right. So I'm giving an alternative. You're giving an, I don't know, you're wrong, but I have nothing better than that. We have to try to work it through. Critically think it through.
I'd have to look at exactly what he said in the Q&A. Yeah. I know he said, if you found the treasure, you're not searching, you're retrieving, but that just seems like semantics. You know what I mean? You're not a searcher, you're a retriever.
Duff agrees with me. Emma agrees with you. I don't know which it is, but here's the thing. If everything's still out there and it's an even race, mm-hmm. You go and you find the checkpoint, and he's saying you have time to plan for retrieval, and someone comes and scoops it up after you. That would be so irresponsible for Justin to do. It has to be when someone finds something, clue 9, the checkpoint, whatever. If he's saying take time, Cynthia said, someone who's 71, my short stature, how do you strategize to get the container and the treasure out? And he says, you have time to plan. Okay.
So let's say you did find the treasure, K-Pro. Are you leaving it to go buy a backpack at Walmart and coming back to retrieve it? Of course not. You're not leaving it there. I don't care what you got to do. There's no way you're leaving it there. It just seems to me like he's saying you found it. Now you can plan how to retrieve it. So the question is, does what he meant plan ahead of time? That's the question. And I don't think we can say either way.
I had ears at the Dylan signing. I know I've been asked to forget some of the things I hear, but go back and listen to it. It's clear. Ask Cynthia. I know she 100% agrees with me here. Maybe if Cynthia says it.
Jody S.
No, I don't even think it's there. That's my point. You're getting information at the checkpoint that no one else has. You're not even there yet.
You're not at the treasure yet, right?
Correct.
So, I see what you're saying. So if you get to the checkpoint, you can now plan how to retrieve it.
Let me give an example. Uh-huh. You get to the checkpoint, and the checkpoint says it is down this road 1 mile, take a right, the 3rd tree, I've buried it in the ground. Mm-hmm. And the tree has a purple little sticker on it. Let's just say, right. You get to take that with you. You get to go Okay.
Well, no, I just hate the idea.
Okay,
You could be right.
here's the question then.
You could be right. I just hate that idea. That's all.
Here's the question then. Justin was not only asked in Dylan, but he's been asked on several occasions to answer this question. Is the checkpoint removable and damageable? He refuses to answer that. We have already had a searcher remove someone's memorial marker, remove trail signs, etc. I don't think Justin is the type that enjoys watching searchers damage things. There has to be a reason he is not telling people it's not removable, guys. Stop it. Much like, let me give you the equivalent. Sean, New Mexico, from the flip side, asked Forrest, can you please clarify, since everybody's dying in water, that you don't have to wade over water?
Right.
Forrest couldn't answer that at the time. He hated people were dying, but he couldn't answer it because you did have to wade.
Right.
The only logical reason in my mind that Justin is not clarifying that it is removable, stop removing things, is because it is removable.
And that's possible. You're definitely possible. I just don't like it. That's all. I don't like that.
I hate it. But
what that means is whoever finds the checkpoint will find the treasure. It's over at that point. Because if I take the checkpoint,
and like they have time to plan. And
well, I guess okay, so let me ask you this. Going down your little scenario, I'm opening my mind, honey, to your opinion. I find the checkpoint because I'm Cowlazars. I find it. I go, holy crap, I take it with me. Can somebody else still find the treasure without the checkpoint?
And here's the reason I think yes, just for because he says that person has an excellent chance. That one. What if it is this Axar, and you're going down the last part of the Axar, and you get to the checkpoint. It says keep going on this exact trajectory for 984 more feet. You remove that, somebody else can keep going, but they don't know how far they're going. What do you think of that?
I see. So it never occurred to me that the checkpoint tells you where the treasure is. I just thought, as he said, it will tell you you're in the right general direction. You're trending in the right direction, meaning this is the checkpoint. Don't give up or something like that. In other words, you're in the right area. Now solve the rest of the problem.
That very well could be. Explain why you have time to plan once you're done solving. And he has said the treasure is out in the wilderness.
Because you know you're in the right area. You know you're in the right area. So I'm going to plan.
I have time to plan. I'll come back in a week. And then Cowlazars comes and picks it up, or Cynthia or Emma or whoever.
Right. Can you find it without the checkpoint? That's a very good question, Justin, that we all would like the answer to. Can you find your treasure just from the 10 clues in the poem and also not finding the checkpoint? Because if it is removable, is it over at that point because somebody removed it and the checkpoint has instructions that only the finder has? Or can you find it without the checkpoint? Or if the checkpoint was destroyed or, somebody took it or whatever, can you find it without the checkpoint? Checkpoint's great. It tells somebody they're in the right area, but can you find it without the checkpoint? That's the question I would need answered.
No way.
He also said there's more than one way to solve it. He did say that, JC Sanchez, and he could have been referring to that. So that's true.
I just think for him to tell us, once you have solved everything, you have time to plan. That means to me, I have something that no one else has because I have time. Because otherwise, that's just saying you're not racing anymore. The clock has been stopped. You've got it.
I mean, what you have that nobody else has is you're in the right area. You've solved the right clues to get to the checkpoint.
But I could
too.
But that's the thing. It's the first person that gets there. It's not everyone who gets there. So let's say you solve it at 8:59 p.m.
Right.
Estes could solve it at 9:02 p.m., but you take time to plan a week to get time off work, etc. Estes, even though you technically solved it first, Estes goes and gets it, even though he was 3 minutes later.
I get it. It's not about finding the checkpoint. It's about finding the treasure. Right.
Except
first person
to
find the
plan,
treasure, you keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Did Justin clarify there's only one checkpoint? Well, he's always talked about a checkpoint, Sheila D. So I do think that means one checkpoint. If there's more than one checkpoint, that would be crazy. All right. He also said you don't need to touch a structure. I don't remember that. He said there's one clue that somebody could argue maybe is a man-made structure, but I don't remember him saying you don't need to touch a structure. Do you remember that, K-Pro? I don't remember him saying that. Embrace the fleeting moments, if that's your real name.
No, I think he said it. I'm just trying to remember when which
Okay.
social media, if it was an email, if it was private, if it was not, I don't remember where. I think he said, yeah, to pick up the treasure, because the treasure location, I think, but he said not in a cave, but then not associated, but then he changed the wording. So yeah, there's been a lot of, yeah,
Sage
exactly.
agrees with you.
Sage.
Sage agrees with you 1,000%, so it must be right, Caper.
Right. Cynthia, are you packing up right now? This is kind of painful, Channel says. Go pick it up then. Put us all out of our misery.
What's the answers are? Czar saying he already answered this. I don't know what you mean by this, but what's the answers are? Do you think the checkpoint's removable or no? So you're saying whoever finds the checkpoint has an advantage. Absolutely. Regardless of the checkpoint's removable or not, you know you're in the right area. You're not second guessing yourself. So it's obviously an advantage if you find the checkpoint, in my opinion. Yeah.
I see it, Tad. It's down at the bottom on the right. He wants to super chat. This
Okay, I'm
is
still going.
why you carry extra bear spray. I don't know what that means.
So let me ask. So yeah, he did answer it. So Czar points out that Justin said the checkpoint finder will most likely be the ultimate finder. Not 100%, not that will be the finder. So maybe you can find it without the checkpoint. Right? Because he said there's a very excellent chance, I think he said, that the checkpoint finder will find the treasure. Not 100%. So, all right.
And that person has time to plan its retrieval.
No checkpoint ticky, no treasure laundry. All right. Didn't he say it could be solved just by armchair? I don't remember him saying that, Felicia Scott.
I've never heard him say that.
Be nice, but no, he did not. That I know it. Embrace agrees with you.
I think he said something like you can solve a lot of it from home or something like that.
If the checkpoint is removable, it's going to go for a lot on eBay in 5 years. That's pretty funny. Shallow rabbit hole. All right. What is Cynthia's channel? Does anybody out there have a link to the video that Cynthia just put up? You, if it's a mod, Huli, if you're out there, post it. If not, email it to me and I'll post it. Cowlazars@gmail.com. Or
yeah, and if you guys don't know, her channel name is named Cynthia Meacham.
Yeah. All right. All right. Oh, Cynthia said in case it was Emma, Scott, and me. Is that why she put the video up? Is that what she's saying? Oh, I see. A little insurance. 200 feet, Cynthia. If you were 200 feet away and somebody else ends up finding this, how would you feel about that?
Cynthia, what are you doing tomorrow? Let's go. Yeah.
If I find the checkpoint, then the next plan is to get the treasure. No other plan. Well, yep, I agree with that.
But why would you have time to plan? Whether you take it or not, why would you have time to? In my opinion, when Jack found it, supposedly, he could have had time to plan, but he knew Digging Gypsy was right there.
All right. Goodellkin says no video. Is it up, Cynthia? Oh, there it is right there. So it's up. All right. Well, I guess we're all going to have to check this video out now and then decide for ourselves, is Cynthia the 200-footer or not?
Well, you know what's funny is Cynthia and Emma, I think, both told me there was other people, like where they were searching in the parking lot. I mean, there were searchers everywhere up there. They are just everywhere up there. So,
and that would, I guess that would go along with people have been within 200 feet, meaning just a bunch of searchers are running around everywhere. They didn't realize it. Okay, well, that's the breaking news, everybody. Justin, if I'll put it up one more time, everybody's joining late. There it is. Tweet from Justin about an hour ago. Several searchers have solved at least the first 2 clues. Some people have even been within 200 feet of the checkpoint. I do believe those are 2 separate groups of people. Just the way I'm reading it, the way K-Pro brought that up earlier. And that's true too. Goodellkin says Justin could have been sitting on this for weeks. Doesn't mean it was recently found. That's true.
Right, that was my point, is when he said to you in May, when he said to you, well, what if it's found before Treasure Con?
Right.
And you're like, that's even a better story. Come with the finder.
Yeah. How would you guys at Treasure Con like Justin going over the 10 clues in the poem? Like, it's been solved. He probably would already give the solution. But how would you like Justin in person going over the solution to his poem? That would be awesome. I mean, that's a keynote speaker right there. So, Justin, you got the open invitation. So
it would be an amazing thing because we would have a major hunt actually pay out. Wink, wink.
Hey, pro with the daggers tonight. All right, everybody check out Cynthia's video. And again, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific, I will start up a Zoom. I will post the link in both Discords and the Grand Adventure on Facebook. Come join. Let's talk about what you think Justin's tweet means. not tweet. Yeah, it was on Twitter. What Justin's tweet means, and let's break down what the 10 clues are in the poem. Everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome to participate. I will record it, and I will upload it to YouTube at a later time. So there it is. That's all the news. Exciting stuff on this August 1st. You think he did it because today's August 1st? Like the first of every month, he'll give us an update or something?
I think he might have been bored tonight, and he's been sitting in the Discords a lot. So
he's probably going, why can't these people find this freaking thing? It's not that hard. Tina Magrath with the $3 super sticker. Thanks, Tina. Appreciate it. See you at the rental car office, Uli says. All right. 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. That is correct. Thank you, Felicia Scott. Tad says he's watching Cynthia's video right now. I hope that's
I
what
gotta go watch it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Czar says he's found the checkpoint, I think. All right. Okay, everybody, there it is. Just wanted to break the news because not everybody's on Twitter and not everybody will know about it. Not everybody's in Discord. So there it is. People are getting closer. People are getting closer. $1 million just sitting there waiting to be found. All right. We'll see you in the Zoom tomorrow, everybody. Is that it, K-Pro? You got anything else?
No, Monday. I think if I can get a PowerPoint together this weekend, I'm going to share my Utah solve.
Utah. Interesting. Okay. All right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow in the Zoom, or we'll see you Monday in the next live show. Appreciate it. Make sure you thumbs up and subscribe because we're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We got less than 200 to go. All right. See you, everybody. Have a good Friday night.